Hi, Di here from Timestep Softworks. Today I'm going to start a playthrough of the drag map of the Prometheus Wept demo. This is effectively a tutorial area, so while much of the depth of the final game won't be apparent, it will give you a sense of the game. You may be aware that Prometheus Wept is currently on Kickstarter, and it could really use your help getting over the line, so I'll leave a link to that. Let's get started. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to summarise rather than read through all the dialogue. I'm just going to go with the firearms build to quickly start the game. But as you can see, there's quite a few stats and skills there. Prometheus Wept opens outside Sunny Pines, and this is the primary location of Act 1. It's a verdant rural township which offers a stark contrast to the locations of many post-apocalyptic games. Its leaders are Mayor Dreckler, Marcus Tiber, and Dr. Chrysler. Now, two interesting things are happening in Sunny Pines. Firstly, Dr. Chrysler and a number of the town's militia have gone missing. And secondly, a large number of people are migrating to Sunny Pines, carrying a leaflet promoting the town, which the remaining leadership have no knowledge about. So there's something going on here. And as you can see, those were the people that are trying to get into the town. And you can also see that they're hastily trying to construct temporary housing to handle all these people moving in. Now, effectively what's going on here is you've heard that the township has discovered a cache of old world technology, and that's something you're very interested in, so you want to get access to it. So you've moved into the centre of Sunny Pines, and you're outside the mayor's office now, and I don't have the skill to pass this awareness check, but that would effectively let you know what I've just told you. And there's some hostility between Marcus Tiber and Mayor Dreckler over what is happening and what should be done about it. So I'm going to be a bit of a smart ass to this guy, and I will fail a resolve check here. No major deal, but okay. So inside the mayor's office and talking to her now, and you're trying to get access to the old world technology, but they are going to try and get you to do some things before they allow you to do that. And what's happened here is Zeke Anand, he is a ship's captain in the drag, and he's come in to report that there's been an outbreak of violent hysteria in the drag. So the people living there have just suddenly and inexplicably gone violently insane. So you've basically accepted that you'll go to the drag, try to scout out what's happening there in advance of Marcus Tiber's militia, in exchange for access to the technology. Okay. So here we are. Let's see. Let me just turn down the sound. Okay. So we're here, and there's a number of encounters around this map where you basically have to incapacitate the crazed villagers. So we see we've got 12 to incapacitate here. So let's just go on ahead and approach the first group of them. Now, what's going on here is that there's 3 villagers running up to this burning house. You think they might be trying to put the fire out. Your ally, Zeke, he's a temporary ally for this encounter. Believes that they're trying to pour more gas on it, and they just don't react to the house starting to fall apart, so you can safely assume that they're insane. You have an option here to quietly incapacitate the nearest villager, or you can confront the group. Typically a blue option means that you'll start the combat in a better situation, though not always. So you've moved in, and there's also a prowess pass here, which you've passed. That's just basically to hold the character long enough for them to go unconscious. And let's start actual combat now. So most of the enemies in this area, they either have melee weapons or Molotovs. and you've got a gun. So I'm actually going to go for the guy with the pipe because he can sort of do more damage, and missed. And I'm also going to run back. Now Zeke, who's your ally, he's more of a melee character. So I'm just going to get him up as close to the enemies as possible. Actually, it'd be better to get up here just to make sure that the Overwatch works. So he's a hand-to-hand attack, and I can Overwatch that for my remaining 3 AP, and I'll probably catch one of these guys with an attack. There we go. Okay, so as a ranged character, it's probably better if I just keep moving away from the confrontation and try to focus on this guy with the pipe, because if he connects it's going to do a lot of damage, and that was a critical hit there, and he's also bleeding. So let's see, if you mouse over him and press Z, it tells you that he's losing 2 HP per turn, so he's going to die in the next turn, so don't need to worry about him. Okay, so you can make 2 attacks with the pipe, and as you can see, you can do quite a lot of damage if you connect. But the pipe would have a lower chance to hit than, say, a knife or your hands, and it also costs 1 extra AP. Now, I need to just reload the gun, in this case with rubber bullets. And I'm going to attack. Okay, so he's got 8 AP, and I can get 4 2 AP attacks. There we go, that's the first encounter over. Okay, so carrying on, you can see there's some loot here, I'm not going to really worry about that. There's also Valerian, which you can use for healing, and if you mouse over the store, you know, some people may have missed this in the demo, there's an event in here which you can do. So effectively, this is the house of a local inventor, and you can make a choice to go in and see if you can find anything useful there. Now, the resilience check is not available. I don't have enough for that. I can use evasion to cautiously search the cabin, so I'm going to go and do that. Now, what I've found in there is a blueprint, and that's for Armadillo. So that effectively increases your damage threshold by a small amount for a number of turns. There are multiple levels of this, which will either last longer or provide more protection. So that's another thing you can craft now. And if you look around, Armadillo uses this Armarium herb to make it, and we can see there's more Valerian there, which is used in healing paste. So I'm just going to carry on through the town. And so, okay, so we've encountered someone who's hiding out in this outhouse, whom Zeke knows. Effectively, it was a mentor of his old captain, and he's just basically asking if it's safe to come out, and Zeke told him, sit put until the militia gets here. I'm just going to reload and proceed on. Okay, so I'll tackle this one next. Now, as you can see, going to be a bit outnumbered here. One of them's got a Molotov as well, and if you so you could if you wanted just basically walk up to them and start a fight, but that's kind of the tough way to do it. Okay, and there's someone else, a member of Zeke's crew, who's been incapacitated here. Okay, so we've got to try and do something. So as I said, you can go up this way if you want, it'll trigger a fight with all of them, or you can go in here, and there's a couple of options again. You can try and bash the gate, you can try and pick it. Now if you bash the gate, it's going to make noise, that's going to attract them. You still will be in a better position than you would have been if you had just walked up here, but the best option I think is to lockpick the gate and get in quietly. So we can continue on now. Now there's some loot around here, and there's some loot in various other locations around the map as well. So the next option would be you can either release the winch's locking arm or leave, so I'm going to do that. And as you can see, not a very serious event there, but so that's knocked down one of them, and kind of more importantly, it's actually knocked down someone with a Molotov, which they're sort of troublesome to deal with because fire does a lot more damage to you in this game if you stand in it than Vigilantes. Okay, so my character is the ranged one, and Zeke's character is the melee character, so I'm going to get him to hold the gate here, and I'm going to take pot shots at the other characters and close it as well. These guys are going to close in. Now, I should point out, this character is the most dangerous one. If you look carefully there, you can't really see it from the darkness, but she's got a cleaver, which is a more dangerous weapon, so gotta look out for her. And there's a very low chance to hit because she's kind of covered by that cover. So I'm just going to go for the character and be most likely to hit. And that's a critical, that's pretty lucky, and that was extremely lucky. And I'm just going to pass Zeke's turn. Now I've played this quite a lot of times where you just run up. It's a pretty tricky encounter if you do it that way. So I think I'll concentrate it. I need to reload. These early weapons, they have really bad capacity, ammo capacity. Obviously they will get better as time goes on. You get weapons with maybe pistols with 8+ rounds, but these ones only have 2. They're kind of like junk weapons. And again, I'm just gonna. So she's basically been incapacitated from bleeding at this point, and the other 2 characters are closing in. And I'm going to try and target, well, actually this guy I have a considerably better chance to hit on him, so I'll go for that, and it's a miss. And I also have enough AP to reload, so I'll do that. And I'll overwatch now because I think someone's going to get in through the door this time. So she opens the door, but she doesn't have enough AP to move in, and he's blocked. So even if you had gone down the strength route and you had bashed the door in and they all ran at you, you could still use this bottleneck to your advantage. So there's a couple of ways to handle this. And I'm going to try to take her out. And that's all I can really do. But yeah, this has gone pretty well. I think luck has sort of been on my side and made this a little easier than it normally would be. Looks like I might even get out of this fight without a single hit. Okay, so I have 9 AP. I could make 3 hand-to-hand attacks or 2 with the club, but... So I think that guy's dazed. I think I dazed him. That means that he starts the next round with an AP penalty. That's with blunt weapons you can daze them. With bleeding weapons you can inflict bleeding, which is damage over time. Okay, back to Zeke again. So yeah, maybe I'll just switch to hand because there's a slightly higher chance to hit with hand to hand, and I only needed to do 2 damage. So you race towards the woman who's part of Zeke's crew. You find out that she's still alive. Now, Some of these checks are automatic. This medicine check is one of these. So you've passed the medicine check. Now, her face is quite badly injured, but it's actually a cut elsewhere that's causing blood loss, and because of your skill in medicine, you can detect this and treat it. So she regains consciousness, and she moves back into the boat. This is the boat that the Zeke's crew docked in, and they were shortly after that attacked. Now I'm going to wrap it up for this playthrough, and I'll hopefully finish the rest of the demo content in the next one. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, by all means, let me know and I'll get back to you.